Backyard hasn't looked this clear in a long time. My back has been aching like crazy from yesterday. After doing all the stuff in the yard, getting to the tip, we went to storage, shopping. We got home at like 1 o'clock in the morning. My back has just not wanted to ease up, and my arms and my shoulders are killing from my neck issues. And I just sort of realised that it's 10 to 3. You got to be into the tip for 4:45, so I need to leave here 4ish, and they're not open tomorrow because it's Christmas. So I'm going to try and get as much stuff as I can into the trailer that's already cut up, because most of it is cut up, tie it down, get it up to the tip. Then I can worry about trying to rake up other stuff, because that can be collected later. I saw some long steel tube in the yard, which I'm hoping is the right size to fit inside the holes at the back of the trailer, because the holes in the back of the trailer don't go all the way through, they stop on the frame. So if I've got steel that'll actually sit in there snugly, the square tube, I want to cut that to sit in there, and those 2 big sheets of iron that I'd basically just roped on before, wired on, I've got to attach those to that and to the frame at the front, and then get that old awning put up at the front of the trailer again. And I'd be able to put so much more stuff and bags of stuff into the trailer, and just throw the tarbo at the top and tie it down to the back. And I'd be able to, if I do it that way, I'd be able to lower the back gate and drag stuff out, whereas when I did it on the Friday, I had that back frame in the gate and I couldn't get into the trailer, so I couldn't drag stuff out. So, fingers crossed, sorry, they're numb as well. Fingers crossed I can do that, and that steel is the right size for the trailer. I know I've got some table frames at work that I could do it with, but I'm not driving to work, so hopefully that stuff will be the right size. That'd be perfect. Boxing Day, the day after Christmas. Public holiday, but the tip's going to be open again. You can see how thick the smoke is already. It's at 20 past 11 in the morning. I've spent the morning trying to warm my back up and my shoulders and stuff. You can see that pile there needs to be broken up, and I've got some big logs down the back to get cut up. I've got a couple just around the other side of this shed, and I'm going to try and break up a lot of this as well. Anyways.
Thanks, bud.
Thank you.
So when you come back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Most of this one get going in there. I'll push up the last one there so you can go into it.
records alright, because I checked back on a video I did on Christmas Eve, and the first half you could hardly hear anything, it crackled. So this is really, I guess, my testing. So one load for today, because what I was doing at the house was doing an awful lot of raking up of all the stuff I weed whacked the other day. All of the grass of the bamboo and stuff like that. I got the chainsaw out and chopped up a bit more of the turpentine trees, stringy bark type things. They are still super heavy, and they're only, the logs are only about that much at the most. The branches I was cutting up with the chainsaw, which I just got rid of, were probably around that size and bigger, up to about 8 inch thick or more, 200 mil, 250. But I cut them into 1.5 foot lengths for the really big ones, and they were just super heavy. I was only able to carry one of each of those at a time. One of the things I did in the morning was I got that square tubing that I was thinking of that I had, and the one piece that I had cut dead center, close enough, and when you sit it in the holes at the back of the trailer, they come up so they're about this far above the top of the steel sheeting, so it doesn't flap about like it did when I just had it on the back of the other piece. And it means that I can still use the door and get in and out easy, because there's nothing across the back. Anyway, just happen to be holes in the top of them, and I might explain that later when I show it. But I've got those on there, and I've got that awning back on the front of the trailer, and it just allowed me to basically fill up with a lot of grasses and leaves and that sort of stuff. So we bought a giant wheelie bin, 220 litre, 240 litre wheelie bin for this purpose. So I take that down into the yard, I rake up, I fill it up, I drag that back up through the yard to the trailer. Not easy, but just because of the slope and the unevenness of the ground. My back is holding up, and for anybody new to my channel, you might be wondering what I talk about with my back and my neck and that sort of stuff. I got 2 herniated discs in my lower back. They went out early November to the point where I could barely walk, and it was a long wait for cortisone injection, and the day that I got the cortisone injection was the first day of the holidays, and the second day of the holidays was when I did all that shoveling. So the cortisone injection, I don't think really had a chance to do anything for me. I've been doing so much physical work that it's not allowing the inflammation to go down much. So I've got a lot of numbness in my legs, and my lower back wants to give out all the time. I've got a back brace that I wear. My neck, shocking arthritis and nerve damage, bulging discs all the way up my neck, to the point where I've had a lot of pain and numbness in my left arm for a few years, and I've just started to get numbness in my right arm, and now it's turned into pain in my right arm and in my shoulders. It prevents me from really lifting my arms up a lot without it hurting. If I push it, I can do it. It hurts like crazy. So when I say my back and my neck is killing, and my legs, that's not just that I've gone, oh, I've overdone it, I feel sore. And I'm just pushing myself through this, because it's got to be done. Having that young bloke help out was good. So after doing all of this weed whacking, after doing all of the raking today, it's made a lot of other stuff stand up and uncovered a lot of vine. So I'm going to get the weed whacker out again when I get back to the house and try and knock off a lot of that stuff over and re-rake before putting some soil over the area. And I've got to get get those soaker hoses up onto the roof. It was good having Christmas as a rest day yesterday. Both my wife and I were basically just kicking back, hanging out. My wife was making our dinner, Christmas dinner, and just as we were getting ready to serve up, she went back in to turn on the stove again, and it wasn't lighting, and I came in to check on it, and the burners had all gone out, and so I checked the oven, and the oven had gone out, and we'd run out of gas because we're on gas bottles.
Yeah, mate.
How you doing?
Good, thanks. Good breath there.
Can you see that?
No, mate. And you had any alcohol today?
No.
Just count 10 for me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Nice, mate. Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you. Hey! I saw them on the way up. I always seem to get pulled over for random breath testing. So it's a good thing I don't drink and drive. That's got to suck for them, really. They've got to stand out on the side of the road in the smoke for a few hours to stand there and pull in random people to have a alcohol breath test.